Oh my gosh,
Fundamentals.
we would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now, we would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has to
On
be.
pub more. I mean,
Has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
First time on air. Anything to say to Luan here to get him back?
Look, bro, there are stories I could tell people about Lawan, but we'll keep those right here. I'm gonna let him live.
So smart, and my team is so dumb. My coach he looks dumb. He's a big baby. This
Dude,
man,
those graphics.
Rip.
Episode 185 Pub Sports Talk. Uno, ocho cinco. I love it. I'm here for it. Preacher Man Fitzsimmons in the building. Big Devontae Keith in the building.
Looks good.
Fastest NFL 3 minutes. Divisional round we got coming up. We got trivia. We got some NBA points explosion. And then we got our preview and top bets for the conference championship. Boys, there's only 3 football games left in the season. We're going to have to cherish them, baby. But let's start with our trivia. Ready?
Oh yeah.
All right. Top 6 NBA scorers in a single season.
Or a single game.
Or single game. Single game. Good catch. Single game. Look, I made the graphic right, and then I say it wrong. That doesn't happen very often. All right. So whoever wants to go first can go. Your all's trivia is tied 1-1 here. It's a little different this time. Let's see how well we do. This one, it's easy, but it's also a little tricky at the same time.
All right.
No Karl Anthony Towns on that list?
He is not. He did not make
I know,
the top
I'm just
6.
kidding.
They
benched his ass for the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, he could have had it. Yeah.
So stupid. He had 40 in the first half.
I want to try one. That might be wrong. I'm gonna go for the 6. Would that happen to be Kiki Vanderway?
It is not Kiki.
Oh,
I don't even know what that logo is.
looks like Nuggets.
It is the
that the
old school
Nuggets?
Nuggets. It is
Yeah.
the old school
That's
Nuggets.
kind of.
I'm staying away from that.
They could have did something with that.
I will
they
go
could've.
number 5. Number 5 has to be Steph Curry.
It is not.
Oh no!
Oh, I'll do number
Dang
5.
it.
Was that Wilt Chamberlain?
It is. It is Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh
As far
my
as the
gosh.
San Francisco
Wow.
Warriors.
I
1962
just
dropped it on
jumped
the
the gun.
Knicks. Yep.
Wow.
67.4% with 73 points.
All right, let's just go Wilt Chamberlain number 1.
Yeah. Wilt Chamberlain, 100 when he's playing with the Sixers against the New York Knicks as well. He had a thing for New York. He wanted to make them pay back in March 2nd, 1962.
I'm still stuck on number 6. Can't think of who it could be. All right, well, I would just go number 2, Kobe.
The Black Mamba, Mr. Kobe Bryant against Toronto back in January 22nd, 2006.
Man, I'm so lost on these. Let me guess. Number 4, 73 points. I'm going to say Dr. J.
No.
I didn't think so, but that was my best guess.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do my homework. Is 73 points. Well, shoot. Is number 3 Wilt Chamberlain too?
Number 3 is Wilt. Yep, 78 points. Scored against the Lakers in December 8th, 1961. Went to 3 overtimes.
Is number 4 Wilt?
Number 4 is Wilt, 73 points.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
In January
That was
13, 1962, playing for Philly. So
All
that
right.
leaves 1 left here, boys. Number 6, also
Nuggets.
73 points. Nuggets.
Can you give us like what year?
1978. Playing
Oh,
at
it's not
Detroit.
It's not Joker.
It's not Joker.
Not yet, at least. 1970.
This guy had 32 points in the first quarter alone,
Good.
which is an NBA record.
Was damn sure not Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
28 out of 38 from the field, 17 from 20 from free throw.
Who's on the Nuggets?
Is it Alex English?
It is not.
Damn.
This is a hard one.
This is hard.
His
I'm
nickname
trying
was
to think.
Iceman, by the way.
Oh gosh.
Wait, really?
Shoot. It's
Yeah.
not Iceman. That's not George Gervin, is it?
It is not. George Gervin was part of the Spurs, and he beat this young guy for the scoring title that year because he dropped 63 the same afternoon.
Wow.
I'll give him a 0.5 advantage.
What was George Gervin's nickname?
It was the Iceman.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. They said the Iceman coming.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Sorry. My apologies on the nickname. My apologies. Sorry.
Jeez, you threw me off.
I know. That's on me.
Oh,
That's on
I
me.
was like,
Yeah.
I was
Sorry,
like, I
boys.
thought he was on the Spurs.
Sorry, boys. This guy
the
did play for the
Nets, I
NC State
remember.
Wolfpack.
oh, David Thompson.
David Thompson.
Which is,
Correct.
damn, I didn't even know that.
Yep, David Thompson. This is a little tricky. Wilt on there 4 times. So, as I said, a little tricky, a little easy if you can guess Wilt for all of them. But good trivia, boys. Good job.
Oh, David Thompson was Skywalker.
Skywalker.
Oh,
They had
Skywalker.
this. They
yeah.
got this. The most epic scoring battle ever: Skywalker versus Iceman.
Iceman.
That's pretty cool. I
Dude,
like
those
that.
nicknames get me hard right there. I love it. 3 more of those nicknames.
Skywalker.
Skywalker. All right. Let's talk NBA points explosion here. And it's just huge numbers all in one night here. Joel Embiid dropped 70 in the Sixers win. And then Karl-Anthony Towns dropped 62, which is a franchise record, topped his own from 60. The Timberwolves lose. Coach calls the team immature and just poor executed. Huge nights, man. I never thought we'd see these type of explosions in one night, like back to back. I think that's pretty incredible. It's like a good moment in NBA history here. Joel Embiid getting 70, very impressive, I think. And the team getting a win. I feel like he's starting to come into his own a little bit. He's starting to become one of the people we thought he'd be coming out the league. Karl-Anthony Towns, same thing. It's just, I don't know. You got benched with 4 minutes to go because you're kind of playing selfish, and you got your ass chewed out in the press conference for it. Thoughts from you guys?
It's crazy. Everybody had like career nights. Apparently, on the collegiate end, RJ Davis had a career high of 36 against Wake Forest.
Wow.
I don't know. I feel like it's a testament of the game, I guess, just because like you got 2 centers doing it again, but like with Wilt, this man was doing it off of mic and drills. These guys were like shooting off the dribble and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, 70 points in the NBA game is crazy in general, especially like Joel Embiid. I get it, but Karl-Anthony Towns, I don't know, man. He was just a meme like maybe a couple weeks ago, but now he's a whole other meme because he did that and still lost. So I don't know. It was a crazy day for basketball. A crazy day for the bettors. I bet whoever put the under, boy,
Heated.
Thick.
Heated.
Yeah, well, the cat performance bittersweet because again, yeah, the Wolves lost. They benched Cat for like the last 4 minutes, which is nuts.
Yeah.
But I think it is still a testament to kind of what Vontae said just about the bigs. Like this, it looked like the NBA was shifting to it was going to be more guard heavy. You had like kind of the Steph Curry, Trae Young, kind of these types of guys. And maybe that is still in effect, like the Luka Doncic sort of game. But to see these bigs kind of as fluid as they are, their ability to pass, score, play defense. I just know, like, even for the Wolves, I know Ant gets a lot of attention, but I think it's the combination of Ant and Cat together that's making them really dangerous. It's that Cat is playing his best ball. And they also have like a Steph Curry guy too. So it's like it is a pairing of both. But I think where we were kind of lost in the bigs is maybe that's where the bigs have now evolved and they've had to play catch up, and now they're the like unstoppable. It just feels like, and like that's where you get excited with like even like Wemby for the Spurs. Like Wemby could be that guy. Wemby can become one of those guys that you just cannot stop him. There's just nothing you can do.
Yeah.
And you can't score on them either. I think that's where maybe the big numbers will keep rising, especially in bigs, is that they can They can knock it down from 3. They can just get that touch inside. It's really exciting. I know some people don't love NBA basketball, but I think it's probably like from a viewership standpoint. I know the mid-range jumpers were sexy back in the 2000s, but I kind of like the 3-point ball and then the focus around these centers that can distribute. I think it's pretty cool.
I don't know, bro. Like seeing a midi off the dribble is still like seeing Kyrie do it. Still like
nice.
if you got it, you got it. Like
Yeah.
Kyrie is the one that has it now. God, it was somebody, Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is pretty good at it too. So whenever you, but like I see what you're saying, like it's such a 3-point game now. So whenever you do see a midi, it's like, wow, they're still doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, those are good points, boys. I like them. I tell you what I do miss. I miss like the old floater, the teardrop, just on a roll and just kind of just lay it up, like not lay it up, but like probably from the foul line, you just guide it in. God, love those in pickup. Don't see much of those. Also, fun fact: Joel Embiid 7 foot, Wemby 7'4". Those two stood next to each other and it looked like just normal human beings. And then you put someone that's our height, 6 foot, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit taller on the ends here of the spectrum. They're fucking gigantic. But those two next to each other, it was like, oh, these are normal human beings. And then like they stand next to somebody in the crowd, like, oh, never mind, these are ginormous human beings.
Bro, I think about that a lot. Like I'm 6'3.5".
Yeah.
And then I see like the point guards on the floors. Like I'm almost positive me and Chris Paul are the same height.
Yeah.
But I think Chris Paul is lying. But
Oh, he's lying. Yeah.
it's neither here nor there.
I've dapped him up at a TST when I was working the soccer tournament, and I am taller than Chris Paul. And I was like, hold on, your roster has lied to you because I'm 6 foot, and that's on a good day here, like when I've stretched out. So
Wow.
yeah, but yeah, I was the same way. All right, let's move on. A little NFL coaching news, then we'll go to our fastest 3 minutes here. Titans closing in on a deal with Brian Callahan to be the next coach. He's the Bengals OC. He's been there since 2020. You go from Mike Vrabel, which we all had our thoughts about. We thought maybe that's probably not the right move for the Titans, but they said otherwise. I'm a Bengals guy. I'll be honest. Callahan's he's not it. I don't like him as OC. There's a reason why Zach Taylor was mostly calling plays and he wasn't. He was just a title. He's a great quarterback coach. I think he's phenomenal with what he does with Joe and what he did with Andy, but I don't. This is a downgrade, like a terrible downgrade for the Titans. Now, I don't wish anything evil on him. I hope he has success, but this does not seem like it's a good fit.
You're not hating, right, man?
I'm trying not to.
He's still in the same not conference, but he's still on the same side.
I just think it's a bad move for Tennessee. I haven't liked him as a Bengals fan.
It's going to take a long time for the Titans to recover. And just
we talked about that.
We said that. Yeah.
His name seemed kind of random when it was like I got ESPN updates about him. I'm like, who is this? I had to like look it up a little bit, and I was like, oh, he was the Bengals OC. And then I'm thinking, like, if you take the Bengals OC with the Titans roster as is now, with one of the top 5 running backs leaving, you have I don't know how to explain it. He's like an accurate Sam Darnold and Will Levis. What do you do with that? Like, you've had Joe Burrow and like 3 crazy good wide receivers. You don't have any wide receivers. What is he gonna do?
I know.
But I did read something like on the little free preview of The Athletic. Apparently, the Titans split with Vrabel was kind of ugly. Like, Vrabel is not the type of guy to shut up. And so, like, whenever the owners or someone would make a decision, he would like ask questions about it, like, are you sure about this? I don't think this is going to work. And they won't take it too kindly for that. So they let that man go.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. And I heard that like Vrabel was going to this meeting thinking like, oh, give and take feedback. We're getting ready for next year. Like, I'll tell you what worked, what didn't work. You tell me. And then we get ready for next year. And then he was kind of blindsided by like, hey, you're not coming back. So, yeah, I think it's going to be real ugly.
I don't know. I'm not looking too hot.
Also, Tennessee Titans held my Bengals to 3 points this year. And they're like, yep, that's our guy. He scored 3 points on us. We got to hire him. Like, what the fuck?
No,
yeah. Bad hiring, bad decision. Tennessee Titans, what did you say, a decade for them to recover Fitz?
It's going to take a long time.
Yeah, it's going to take a minute. All right, NFL fastest 3 minutes. This was fun last week. Listen back to it, watch it back. We had fun. Let's keep it up. Cue the music. Oh, that's loud. Hold on.
Oh, they listen to it.
I know, right? Okay,
Man, I don't have any notes either. That's what makes it really hard.
it does. There we go. Now our audio is fixed. All right. Whoop! Stumbling, bumbling. Here we go. Pub's fastest 3 minutes. Let's start with AFC matchup. Huge. Tennessee Titans taking on the Ravens. Ravens. They break the glass slipper. CJ Stroud. Done. Dead. But I think he had a hell of a rookie season. Maybe the best quarterback rookie we've seen in maybe the league history. 34-10. Ravens move on.
Wow. Shout out to the Texans. Shout out CJ Stroud. Did what they had to do, but Roquan Smith was on one. I watched the NFL little camera thing. He was on one. He wanted to hit everybody, and you kind of forget about linebacker play with the way the defensive backs and defensive ends are selling. So, shout out the linebackers.
Defense is as good as the 2000 Ravens. We said by the numbers. You saw it. You saw it on the field. That was a pretty good defense. That team had Trent Dilfer, the 2000 Ravens. This team's got the MVP Lamar Jackson. I don't think anybody can stop this team. The only way they lose is if they hurt themselves. So keep rolling, Ravens.
I love it. Moving on, NFC. Sorry, Fitz. Green Bay, 21. 49ers, 24. Brock Purdy looked as good or as bad as people had talked about him. Terrible for 3 quarters. 4th quarter, he turned it on. Matt LaFleur said a prayer. It wasn't answered. God wasn't home that day. Kick. Missed Carlson. Out of Green Bay.
Talk to us, Fitz. You go.
You know, it's a testament how good the Niners are. I think they can play bad, and they still found a way to win. They win, and they made the plays when it mattered, and that's what sets them apart. And that's something that Jordan Love's going to have to learn moving forward, is there's moments where one possession, one first down, one more stop can be the difference. And so this young Packers team, a great run, a phenomenal season, and hopefully this is just a learning step in what can happen in later seasons.
Darius Carlson, as the great Tyra Banks once said, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Learn something from this. My heart hurts seeing that being right. I want nothing but the worst for Brock Purdy in the game. But shout out Jordan Love. He can only get better. You can only go up from here. So it was still a good game, but almost doesn't count.
I love it. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Halfway through with the music. That's all right, boys. All right. Other NFC matchup. Bucks, Lions, 23-31. Baker Mayfield went all out, put the Zens in. He was vibing. Not enough, though. Jared Goff, Detroit City, Eminem, Kid Rock, bang, chicka, bow, bow, get it done. Detroit, one of the electric environments in the NFL.
Man, Baker, when he wasn't supposed to Baker. And I think once Rachaad White did the Blade Icewood in the end zone, I think that even though they didn't know it or not, Detroit was very offended. So whether or not Dan Campbell knows who Blade Icewood is, he felt that, and he dropped nuts on them. Dropped nuts, straight up nuts.
Yeah, I was surprised by the Bucks. I didn't think they'd make this game as competitive as they did. I thought Baker played pretty well. They found ways to get it to their playmaker and Mike Evans. Rachaad White balled out, and that defense was definitely a reason they were still in it. But yeah, shout out to Detroit to not just a playoff fluke one game. They're trying to go on a run. They're one away from the Super Bowl. We'll see what happens.
I'm excited.
Yeah. And then the AFC showdown, the offensive explosion. We thought it would be Mahomes, Josh Allen went to war, they went to battle. Fake punt, DeMar Hamlin, Disney story, denied. Whoop! Chiefs get it done, 27-24. No one misses a field goal like the Buffalo Bills do.
Josh Allen is forever little brother. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, heartbreak for the Bills, and this was theirs. They looked like they outplayed the Chiefs, similar to the Packers game, but then just try to do too much at the end. I don't think they trust what got them there. I think they got too cute, and Mahomes is just stuck with bread and butter all along. That he knows how to win these games, and yeah, he's gotten to another AFC Championship. Hopefully, he runs into a brick wall in Baltimore, but you never know. It could be Chiefs under the confetti once again, but we'll see.
Mahomes 6 for 6 as a starter to make AFC Championship games.
It's crazy.
Fucking wild. All right, good. Fastest 3 minutes there. Went a little bit longer, but hey, it is heartbreak. Also, real quick, last thing about this game: Jason Kelce is a vibe. I loved him in that box, man. He was awesome. Chugging bowling balls with the Bills Mafia in the parking lot, chugging beers every time you saw him on screen, holding up kids to meet Taylor Swift. Awesome, legendary. I need more Jason Kelce on the broadcast.
I wonder if he does do like if he would ever do broadcasting. I mean, I know the podcasting thing is kind of his thing, but I could see him either in the booth or maybe like pregame show or something like that.
Not gonna lie, I kind of want him to push Gronk out the way a little bit because I feel like Gronk's getting a little old. Even though they're the same. Actually, the craziest thing I found out is Jason Kelce's only like maybe 3 years older than me, which is crazy. But now, like, I'm kind of sick of Gronk. So Gronk always,
I could see Kelce reviving NFL primetime. What if he was like our boomer?
Ooh.
You know, for like this young generation, I could see him doing the whoops and all his little things.
I like that.
I don't know
behind that. Gronk, man, I love Gronk, but listening to him on NFL Countdown, I was like, all right, he's just saying like the most basic, comedy shit. I'm like, I can't do this
the whole time, bro. Like, y'all gave him commercials off this shit, the basic, most Blue Mountain State shit. It hasn't died yet. Like, hey man, get your bag or whatever. But good God,
I know.
Tired? I'm tired. Are y'all tired?
Dude, it's bad. It is so bad. All right, let's move into conference preview. Like we said, there's only 3 football games left in this season. We've got to cherish them. And I love a good AFC and NFC conference championship game. Let's start with the AFC here. Mahomes taking on Lamar Jackson. This is the first time Baltimore has hosted a conference championship game. I think that place is going to be rocking. The bank is just going to be banging. And, man, I am really pumped up for this matchup. Over at 44.5, lower than the Bills Chiefs. I love this over right here, boys. I think this is going to be an offensive explosion. I think Baltimore's defense is going to come to play. I'm going to say my pick right now. Give me Baltimore. I'm hammering them. I texted the group. Lamar Jackson, you're my only hope. We need this. I cannot stand the Chiefs. I'm going to turn them into purple right here. Got to go to Ravens.
I'm a hammer down on the Ravens too. Baltimore, bro. Like, I'm scared, but you know what? I feel like Baltimore has been on the map for the whole season. And I think they bring it home. I think Harbaugh wants to keep big brother, little brother for as long as he can.
Ooh.
So,
yeah,
I don't know the difference between either one of them, so I just say their last name.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I just know, if there's one weakness the Ravens would have, it's defending the run. That's where I think the Bills would have been a much more challenging opponent. I mean, I know it's Patrick Mahomes, but when you looked at the way the Bills were running the football, you felt like that might be the team, and the way that Josh Allen was running with that as well. So I don't know what Pacheco can do. So I don't know. I'm picking Ravens for sure. But Mahomes is going to make it really interesting. I mean, it's going to be like a Justin Tucker field goal. I actually wouldn't touch the spread on this. I think it's going to be really close. I think it's going to be really close. I think the Ravens do win, but I don't know about 3.5. I think it's going to be like 1, 2, or 3 points. Man. It's going to be a game.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, the one X factor would be for the Ravens if Mark Andrews is back. There's been talk of him returning.
Yeah.
That would be huge for them. Although Pub Zone, Isaiah Likely,
Mhm.
Yep.
we had an interview with him, and he has really filled in that role. But yeah, if you can
Beautifully.
add Andrews as a weapon, oh man, they could be rolling.
Double tight set. Let him and
Mhm.
Likely
God.
go. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to beat. I will give some flowers to Chief Kingdom and Mahomes. They have not looked the same all year, but when playoff time is here, they've always got a chance with 15 at
locked in.
quarterback. They're locked in. Yeah,
And Chiefs defenses look good too. I think their
Dude.
pass defense, that's the one thing is
yeah.
I just worry, like, does Lamar throw 3 picks in this game and the Chiefs just hang around?
Does he have a typical Lamar playoff performance? Yeah,
Yeah.
Lamar's just got to ball out.
he's got to.
I'm scared of the L'Jarius Sneed and Zay Flowers matchup
Ooh,
because like that's when Zay can't like be the rookie anymore. He gets a couple of targets. I think last game he had like 40 something, but he's really got to be somebody because Odell is not Odell anymore. I really don't think they're game planning around Odell. So, but actually, between Isaiah Likely and Zay Flowers, like somebody's got to do something. Somebody's got to take the top off.
Yeah. No, I think you're absolutely right, and I think Odell, like earlier in the year, like he's more of a mirage. He's a mirror out there, but now I think defense are onto him. Like, this guy, he'll catch 3 or 4 balls. He'll go for 25, 30 yards, but it ain't the Odell of old. Not even last year's Odell. So I'm with you on it. And then real quick recap, Keith, you are 4-6. You took Green Bay, missed kick. Then you took Baltimore. You took the Bucks. Never go against Detroit. And then you took Buffalo wide right. So hard divisional round for you. They're going 1 for 4, 1 for 3, 1-3. Fitz, you are 7-3. You took your Packers. Then you took Baltimore. Then you took Detroit, and you took the Chiefs. So 3 for 4 out of there. That's
It was
pretty
a better
good.
round for me.
Yeah, much better. And I'm sitting at 8-2. I took the 49ers, Baltimore, Detroit, and then I took Bills Mafia. I
I
couldn't
will
stay
never
away
not
from
roll the dice.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you here at all. All right. So we're all taking Baltimore clean
I don't
sweep.
know, man. I'm worried now. I'm actually
Keith,
I am pulling for Baltimore by far. I am pulling for Baltimore.
Yeah.
But as we were just talking about it, I'm gonna pick the Chiefs.
Oh.
Like if I have to pick who I really think's gonna win this game, I'm picking the Chiefs. And it sucks that they're gonna go to another Super Bowl. But man,
The internet said they were.
that's what's gonna happen, man. It's gonna be a Butker kick that sends them to the Super Bowl.
I'll tell you what.
I think Kyle Hamilton can block that shit.
I think
I
so,
hope,
too.
but Butker's dialed in.
Hey, Super Bowl logo. It's purple and red, or is it Lions blue and red? Think about as we move on our next matchup. Here we go. Lions taking on Brock Purdy and the 49ers in not Candlestick. What is it now? Levi Stadium.
Levi
Stadium. Yeah.
Candlestick's Wake Forest.
Yeah, it is 100%. Over set 50.5. San Francisco 7-point favorite. They're talking about grit. They're talking about Detroit's own Eminem 8 Mile stand up B Rabbit coming at you. Aiden Hutchinson. I'm riding this train till the wheels fall off. Dan Campbell said, "Hey, if you weren't with us from the jump, don't hop on the train. We don't got room for you." Dan Campbell, I've been biting kneecaps with you since your first interview, big dog. I've been chugging coffee over and over in pots with you, big dog. I'm going Detroit. I wish it was -7 because I'd hammer the shit out of that. Give me the Lions, baby. Easy dub.
Ooh. Yeah. I'm gonna roll the dice. I gotta go with the Lions on that. I'm trying to think of why. And I don't know, bro. Like something about grit and like Brock Purdy just being in the best situations and Kyle Shanahan. Oh, Kyle Shanahan. That's what it is. There it is right there. Kyle Shanahan. That man folds like origami every time. Every time. All right. And you know what? I need him gone. I need him to be exposed for the fraud he is. And I think Dan Campbell got just enough nuts to do it. Texas eyes.
See, the problem is the Niners threw last week. Like they just did not come to play. Nothing captures that more than the fourth quarter where Kittle literally drops a ball in his chest. You know, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, like the biggest stage. And they just the only guy that showed up really, it felt like, was McCaffrey. Like McCaffrey just was like balling out and keeping him in the game. And, you know, and some of their defensive players. I just feel like they're going to be together this week. I feel like they're going to be locked in, which sucks because I'm pulling for Detroit in this one. Like, who wouldn't be? I'd love to see what Jahmyr Gibbs can do again. I thought he's just getting stronger each week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the Niners got it. I'd be curious about Deebo Samuel's status. They've said that, and I just don't. Yeah, I don't really understand that. It's got to be Niners. I think it's their year at this point, and the Packers almost ruined it for them. But yeah, now I'm looking at the spread. San Francisco 7. You actually might be safe with that one. I think I picked this in my work pool. I think I picked the Niners by like 18.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it could get ugly. I think it'll be close for a little bit, but I do think the Niners pull away third, fourth quarter. I think they could pull away with this one.
See what my finger's doing right here? It's turning. Tim is turning in his grave right now to hear you speak that way. Turning in his grave.
Hey, I hope I'm wrong about both of these games. I would love a Ravens-Lions Super Bowl would be hype. I would be all about it. But the reality is, no, Mahomes is going to steal it, and it's the Niners' year, and we're going to get a rematch of that shitty red versus red Super Bowl that no one cared about when it happened a few years ago, and we're going to have to relive it again.
I tell you what, man, you went completely opposite of me and Keith. And so if you hit, you take a 1-game lead going into the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If me and Keith hit, then we take a good advantage, and Keith cuts in your deficit pretty hard here. So
as long as the Ravens win, I'll be happy because I've got someone to pull for.
Yeah, dude. If it's Kansas City,
I feel like
San Francisco, Jesus Christ,
sucks.
I can't do it. Oh man,
and the Lions aren't going to beat Kansas City, so that's just going to suck. Yeah,
they already did. What are you talking about? They already did.
Week 1, baby. That's why they'll lose again.
This is a tougher team.
It's all going to fall into Swift and Kelsey kissing under the confetti.
Stop.
I'm
telling
Disney.
you.
That's too
I'm
Disney.
telling you. That is the NFL wants nothing more, and it's going to happen.
If DeMar Hamlin can't get 5 yards on a fake punt that everybody in the stadium saw coming, they're not giving it to Taylor Swift and Kelsey. That's too Disney. Man. All right. Any other closing thoughts going into conference championship weekend here?
I love the
This
Packers.
just made me sad with that because I just thought about it and God, dog, man, that's
Final thought. I love the Packers. This might be my favorite Packers team I've ever watched. I want to put that on the record.
Okay.
Like I felt that after the game. I was like, I freaking love this team, man. Man, it broke my heart because I was just like, you know, gosh, I know they're young. I know I'm going to see a lot of them, but we're not always going to see Aaron Jones grinding the way he's been doing it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a different team. It's not always going to be the same team. Yeah. But it was so special this year. Just a great run for the Packers.
So you'll take this team over like Brett Favre, Donald Driver, just throwing in the snow, just having fun.
Just like in terms of how much I enjoyed when I look at the whole season, you know, the ugly, the terrible, the great, the fantastic. It's like altogether, this was probably my favorite season to watch.
Yeah. Okay.
And again, and how it ended, and where we obviously like how it ended and where we ended up.
Absolutely.
Man, damn.
Yeah, just wish that last throw that Jordan Love threw just would have hit the turf. Just a little bit before they tried to pick it, and we may have had second life there to kind of bring ourselves together. Because the first throw on that last drive, a little out route to Dobbs to get it started, I thought they were going to go humming I was like, oh, here we go. I was
Yeah.
like, let's go. They gave us when McCaffrey scored with a minute. I said they scored too quick. I did say
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, you did.
They gave us
Yeah.
too much time. They gave us too much time, and I thought we were gonna go down there and just kill her, man. Just kill her.
Shout out Dobbs though. He did way better than what I thought he would.
Dude, our whole receiving core. That's the thing is like
Bro,
you
why
talk
the
about
hell
the
is
great
Christian Watson
when you
here?
talk about the great teams like Driver or Freeman or Jordy.
Yeah.
I look at this group: Reed, Dobbs, Watson, Wicks, Kraft. It's like, man, these guys. That I'm worried they're gonna fall apart. Like I'm worried like next year they're gonna come in with all this hype and they're gonna play like shit.
Right.
But man, I was just they've been awesome this year. And they got Bo Melton, the toe tap.
Mm.
Like
Yeah,
who the hell is
yeah.
Bo Melton?
Rutgers finest, man. He was
Like
a
who
good
the hell
player.
is this guy?
Definitely.
Or the other guy, Heath, is like Travis Heath. He had that big catch on whenever they lost. I think that was the Giants game. Crazy catch in that game. And it's like, who are these guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like it's always been like that for the Packers because they honestly, like when I first started getting into football, I swear I had never heard of Packers receivers like that, like with Freeman and Donald Driver. I remember the first time I heard about it was playing Madden, and they had a star by their name. I'm like, why? Because I hadn't heard of them or like seen people wearing their jerseys. But like, so now even on defense, they get all these players nobody really hears about or forget about, like with Julius Peppers, AJ Hawk, Devontae White. They took first round, and I mean he did all right. So it's just I don't know what the Packers do for all these underdogs, but they got
there's some kind of formula. The quarterback formula, the receiver formula. We're not going to draft a receiver in the first round.
Right.
They don't believe in that. They're like, we're going to round 2 and 3 is our money. That's our money round.
It's true.
And we're going to find a guy and develop,
Yeah. I love it. Keith, any closing thoughts for you?
Do not hire Bill Belichick, Falcons. I am completely fine with you coming home. I actually wanted that a while back. Cam, come home, but Bill Belichick, go wherever you are wanted, and it is not in Atlanta.
Is this the end of the Bills? Can we say that?
Look, I've been saying this for a year, and I think Sunday really confirmed it with the whole fake punt. I still can't get like everyone knew you're going for on 4th and 5 with less than 5 minutes, and you do a fake like that. That blew my mind. McDermott needs to go. I think I
can agree with that.
That group needs to stay.
They need a new. They just need a new coach.
And I'll tell you what, man, losses stay with you. Go stay with you. I think that it's got a lot of depression on him. I think there's a lot of sadness, a lot of dark cloud that follows McDermott. Get him out. Keep that same group. Get a new coach, new energy. I think they can get over the hump.
What if that's Belichick, like his revenge tour, like right before he retires?
Damn, stick it to Kraft.
Hey, man, hey.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Man, that's not bad. Real quick, winners and losers from this week. It could be from any sports. Anything you want to talk about real quick. You can get one, you can get multiple. It's up to you. I'll give you my example. I got one winner here. Jahmyr Gibbs, looking like old OG Barry Sanders out there. I think he's got the city in hopes. He's grinding. He's cutting like it reminds you of old Barry out there in Lions, but they're finally winning playoff games. I love it. I'm here for it. I'm excited for Detroit. My loser, Caitlin Clark, with the whole storm of the court thing. She pushed that girl and then she flopped.
Yep.
That was bullshit. I don't know if you guys saw the angles or not. Saw it. Caitlin Clark, that's a bad look, man. That's a terrible look.
You should have jumped to that. That's violent, but I do beat it. My loser is the NC State men's basketball team. They embarrassed me and lost at home to Virginia Tech. There was no reason for that, and yet they still did it. Yeah. Normal shit. But as far as winners, I'm gonna go with Baker Mayfield. That man earned another 1 year deal. So like I think that's pretty cool for him because like this is the whole time Baker, honestly, yeah, ever since college, this is probably the best football I've ever seen Baker Mayfield play, which is kind of messed up because he won a Heisman, but I swear, like any game he played wasn't like how he played against the Lions trying to fight for a spot.
Yeah.
And then he too made me look stupid in the end, but like before that, like he was pretty good. So hopefully somebody picks him up. Hope it's not my team, but hope somebody picks him up.
My winner this week. I like sticking with the college women's hoops. Coach Tara Vanderveer, Coach Stanford women's coach.
Yeah.
Most winningest coach. He passed Coach K. 1,203 wins.
Yeah.
I was reading a little bit about her bio. I think that might be my next coaching book that I read. I don't know her story super well, but I know similar to Pat Summitt, started at a very young age, like where you're like the same age as the college players you're coaching.
Yeah.
I think Pat and Tara, I think they coached the U.S. team together, but big for her, Stanford hoops. There's one loser this week. It's Anders Carlson. I know I just talked about how much I love the Packers team. This guy, he better pick it up or he's out of there.
Yeah.
He is not his brother Daniel. I will say that.
No. Yeah.
He's nothing close.
I'll tell you what, chew on it. Kicking this week. Look at Bass for the Buffalo. He missed a chip shot wide right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's the difference. I look at the Niners, like rookie kicker Jake Moody. I know he missed one too, but he dialed it in and knocked in. He had a clean kick after that miss.
He did.
And then obviously, the teams that are left, Bucker and Justin Tucker. And I'm trying to remember the Lions. Do they have
Riley Patterson?
Do they have? I think they have Bagley. Do they have It's not Prater anymore, but I think it's Bagley. So that might be the one.
Is it Patterson?
It is Riley Patterson.
Oh,
Is it
Bagley?
Riley
No.
Patterson? Riley.
So it's been both of them. They flip flop. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. You're right.
So
Woods.
Okay.
sometime during the middle of the season, and so somebody
Okay.
else will come in.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, but I think having a kicker down the stretch is key.
It's key.
So, like when you look at Mahomes, part of Mahomes' success has to be Harrison Butker. It just has to be. In the same way that some of Brady's success is Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah.
Like I do think is like people want to shit on kickers, but I think like the coach, quarterback, and kicker, like that combination, if you're lethal on all fronts, I think you're set. You're set for playoff football.
100%. And I'll say this. I don't want to go on a tangent here, but might as well just jump in the rabbit hole here. Like a head coach doesn't have to be great X's and O's. They just got to be a great leader of men. They just got to know how to organize and structure a franchise. Orchestrate. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. A kicker's got to be clutch, got to have ice in the veins. Quarterback's got to, Cam Newton's got to game manage, but also got to be able to make plays and make sure you can win games, not just don't lose games. And I think you're right, Fitz. If you got all three of those combinations, good luck beating them. Andy Reid, Buckner, Mahomes, Belichick, Brady, Vinatieri. It's history repeats itself. Great dynasties, they have those three things in common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get too far ahead, but when you look at Chiefs or Ravens, I think those are probably the two really sound, solid, tight ones. The Niners, it's just kind of a youth, in Purdy and Jake Moody.
Right.
The Lions, they got their quarterback coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about kicker. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll
happens.
see.
Also, hey, playoffs is also where you make your name.
Yeah.
Patterson hits a big kick. Hey, welcome to the club.
Welcome to the show, big dog. No, I think you're right. Yeah. I like the villains thing. They've been leaning into since day one, and it's that grit, the hard work. I'm all in on Lions, but all right. Pub parlay. Let's make some money, boys. We went 1 for 3 last weekend. It was our worst weekend as a trio here.
What did we hit?
We hit Texas over Baylor, and that was it. Miss Seton Hall, Miss Anaheim Ducks.
I got it back.
I know.
got it back.
Me and Keith got eggs on our face. So, pub parlay. Let's make some money
that was
now.
A big time upset too.
It was huge. Yeah, we let you down, Fitz, for once. So any day you guys want, preferably Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
What they doing though?
What they do?
What they doing? Nah, that's too. I can't do that.
So you just let me know. We'll make it happen.
Ooh, now that one's tasty. There's a couple tasty ones. Let's see. I pull up before I call. I have to pull up their schedules.
Yeah, you gotta make sure they're not getting fatigued going into it or overlooking somebody.
I don't know about that.
Oh, ouch. Damn, what is this? I don't want to see that.
That's an option. Oh. I don't know about this one. That one. I'm trying to make an upset. I only call upsets.
I'm gonna call it upset. Indiana versus Illinois on Saturday. I got Indiana.
Ooh.
Indiana.
Hoosier Nation.
Wow. That's a good call.
Indianimals. We some Indianimals.
If they don't win, I'm throwing a chair at you, Bob Knight style.
You know what? I'm gonna go. It's not a super upset. Iowa State number 23 over Kansas number 7. It's at Iowa State. You know, both are in the top 25.
Yeah. This is all Saturday, correct? It's on Saturday?
Yeah.
I believe that's correct. Go Cyclones.
She brought me body like a sack. I like it. I'm here for it.
Hacky one band.
Yeah, what was a jam? All right. You guys are all taking some dogs. This is the week of the dogs. I'm going to the pitch. I'm going soccer. I'm going Fulham over Newcastle in remembrance of Matt here taking a little soccer, a little footy action. So give me Fulham money line. All right. All right. Hey, this is week of the dog, day of the dog, pub of the dog, parlay of the dog. Let's do it. All right. Random question. Anybody got one?
Oh, I got one. What is one pain that helped you figure out that you were getting older? Like, what's the first pain that you remember that helped you figure out you're getting older?
Oh, I like that. I tell you what, man. I've always battled injuries like my entire athletic career, even like youth league. Like I feel like I was always like not like I'd break a finger or whatever, you pop it back in, you go back in. But like I'm talking like just, I don't know, cartilage and like ligament damage, that type of stuff, tearing stuff. But in freshman year at App, I was going up. It was in a playoff game. It was against Staph Infection Fitz. I was going up for a breakaway layup.
Staph Infection?
Yeah, that was their name. It was a bunch of old
staff team.
It was 15 professors and members of staff.
I thought you were playing with a staff. I was like, what the hell?
No. God, no.
No, they had like 30 strong.
Maybe it's yeah.
Oh.
Dude, they would do like hockey rotations. They do.
We never talked about Staph Infection on this podcast. Yeah. That was like one of the legendary teams of intramural sports. They did hockey. They did like line changes. And ran 2-3 zone defense. Transition like fast paced basketball
because they're so fresh, and there was like 8 of us, and there's 30 of
them.
Yeah,
we just got worn. We got worn down. By
dude, they knew what they're doing. The little asses. We're in the final 4 of playoffs, and we're like, we're about to beat the shit these old men. I'm on like first quarter. I'm in a breakaway layup. I'm about to just go cliss off the glass, maybe slap the glass. Just let people know I'm here. All of a sudden I realize I'm looking at the fucking ground now, and my whole world got popped 180. A guy undercut my legs while I was going up in the air, and I landed on my neck. Dude, I was out for like 2 weeks, and I couldn't move my neck.
You didn't come back in.
No, dude. And that was when because usually like I get hit, I pop back up, and I'm good. Yeah. Like I was down, and I was like, I'm getting too old for
y'all should have jumped him. Hell, man.
We were down to 7 guys before your injury because one of them quit after like the second game because he wasn't getting his. He wasn't getting his.
Yeah, he wasn't getting his. Yeah,
and we weren't good. He was too good for us or something.
What?
Fuck that guy.
We could go to the final 4. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
And then Hackey gets hurt, so we were down to 6 guys against this freaking line shift
Yeah.
fast transition basketball. Yeah, we got wrecked.
But that was the first
I think
injury
that was
where
like I think that was the Elite Eight. I think we were.
oh, was
down
it? Maybe
to-
it's yeah.
I think and they
Was it-
cooked us.
Yeah, they cooked the
Yeah.
shit out of us. And it's still like today, like I'm like, I've got to like warm it up before I do stuff. It still saves me. But that's the first injury I was like, yeah, I'm getting old.
Man, for me, it was more like random stuff, like my knee, like I'm knowing it's about to rain. My knee is hurting. But apparently, like after it's not even that. When I got my ACL reconstruction, they were like, yeah, we had to clear out some arthritis, but it's still some there.
Yeah.
She didn't lie, it's still some there. But like the one thing that helped me figure it out, I think I laid on my arm wrong. I got a pinched nerve in my elbow, like, and I was stuck. Oh, matter of fact, it was in June, and I first started my job, so you gotta shake everybody's hand.
Yeah,
and I kind of stuck with like a T-Rex arm a little bit because I couldn't straighten it. And so like I had to throw my shoulder into a handshake and do it like that. But they didn't notice because my arms are long. So
yeah.
But
That's
Yep.
funny as shit.
nerves for no reason, just for going to sleep.
Dude, I don't mean to distract you, but like, yeah, when I had knee reconstruction surgery, and like I was okay, and as I got older, like since the past couple of years, like I've noticed like, oh, that's some arthritis pain, and so I went to a physical therapist and trying to work that out. And dude, fucking Murphy was like, "You've got arthritis and you're not even 30 yet." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, it fucking
Yeah.
hurts. Like I don't know what to tell you, dude."
Is it usually like when it's like moisture outside, or is it rain?
Yeah, like cold and
Hell
wet
yeah.
and rainy.
That's
dude.
why I don't wear like in high school after like basketball practice or football practice, even though it was cold, you would wear shorts and
Yeah,
a hoodie and a hat. At least I did. And my
Yeah.
dad kept telling me, he was like, "You're gonna feel that cold, like
Mhm.
put some."
Mhm.
Even when I leave the gym coming in, like
Yeah.
I have shorts on, but I'll put some sweatpants on over it because
Dude, yeah.
I'll be down.
I have to. And then I've gotten this 3/4 leggings. I don't mean to turn this to a fashion podcast, but I've got to
Yeah.
put leggings on like when I do squats and legs.
Yes,
And
sir.
like it's the only
Yeah.
thing to keep me warm. It sucks.
Mhm.
Sorry, Fitz. Go ahead.
I'm really trying to think about. I don't have like a,
Man, don't
not
get-
like a crazy staph infection story. I think it's just, man, it's my calves. Like when I think of like, it's more of when I run. Because I used to run, man. I felt like I used to imagine how Jamal Charles used to run for the Chiefs. He just ran the way he ran. I swear he ran so smooth.
yeah.
you
And like
did,
that
yeah.
leg rotation, just be
Uh-huh.
quick. And like when I would finish runs, I'm not gonna lie, like I had like my little secret for my little burst of energy. Because I'd finish runs if I was running in my house or my neighborhood. I had my street, and I'd be coming down on maybe the left side of the street, and I just envision I was kind of like going through the hole, and I'd kick it and finish on the right
Real.
side of the road. Like I'd just kind of burst through, and then just kind of lean to the right a little bit, and just like go full Jamal Charles and just try to finish it out. And I just remember trying to do that. I remember I would finish runs, and the next day my calves would start to be sore. This is probably like a few years ago. I'd be like, man. And then like I had popped both of my calves at different points
What the
by
hell?
pulling that stunt. By
Mhm.
trying to finish a run like Jamal, I'm like, oh fuck. Like I had my left calf first, and then it happened to my right calf
Yeah,
this past summer. And it's just like, yeah, I can't do that anymore. So
dude.
yeah, when I finish runs now, I'm just jogging it out. I'm not,
Yeah.
no
Be
more,
careful with
no
those
more
calf
Jamal Charles or no more
Gotta be
Aaron
careful with
Jones.
that.
Kind of stinks.
100%. All right, real quick. I don't mean to. Might as well just another random question. What's like the one injury that you're afraid of? It's just like random in your head. Mine used to always be ACL. Then I had it. And I was not. Now it's turned to an Achilles.
Yeah,
Like, I am fucking terrified of
Mm.
that.
yeah. It's been too many. Like I don't know if y'all noticed it, but in sports and like now that I've been hooping and stuff, like my boy, it was a ruptured Achilles, so like he didn't have to get surgery, but he got it and he won't hoop anymore.
Yeah.
And I remember you were talking about a calf strain. I pulled my calf, and all I could keep thinking about was Aaron Rodgers. He had a calf strain that kept trying to play through, and he tore his Achilles. So since then, I remember that shit. It pulled, and I was like, "Hey, man, Like this is the adult league that I played with like Wesley and all of them. And so we were playing, but we only had 5 players. I want to say 4 actually, counting me. No, it was 5, and then it was going to be 4. And if it was 4, we had to forfeit. They were like, "No, just stay on the court." I'm like, "Bro, are you serious?" So like, I just stayed on the court, and yeah, Achilles, and then after seeing what's his name, Jalen Phillips, and you see they did the solo of his Achilles injury. Hell no, bro. And it seems embarrassing now. Like, I'm not even an athlete, and the one day I tried to do it, you pull Achilles. I said, hell no, bro, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Mine's lame. Mine is just an ankle injury in basketball. I had too many of those, like in my college years, like when my body was limber, and you'd pop it, roll, and you'd, all right, I'll put a brace on it, or I'll play on it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just, that is to a point. Like when I play basketball now, I'm not going to do anything crazy. I don't want to.
No,
I'm just going to play. I'll spot up. I'll shoot. I may drive in for a little bit, but I'm not going crazy.
Putting my life on
the Yeah. Like I've altered my whole, I'm like, I want to play till I'm like 80. I want to play basketball for a long time. I don't need to be doing this.
100%. Yeah. Good episode, boys. I think it was awesome. And I can't wait for next week so we can break down the AFC NFC Conference Championship, getting some more old war stories here, man. This podcast is heating up for us. I love it. Year 3, best year yet. You guys have a great weekend, great week, and we'll catch you guys next Tuesday.
So if Lions win, Tim's coming back.
Put it in the air.
Next week.
Put it in the air.
Next week.
We got to get him. Dude, if Lions make Super Bowl, we get all our money together. We get Tim a ticket to Super Bowl. We're going to get him. He deserves it.
All right. See you next week, Tim.
I want him Jason Kelsey out there. Just
oh my gosh. We would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now. We would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just going to go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has to be.
More.
Has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
First time on air. Anything to say to Lawan here to get him back?
Look, bro, there are stories I could tell people about Lawan, but we'll keep those right here. I'm gonna let him live.
So smart, and my team is so dumb. My coach he looks dumb. He's a big baby. This
Dude, those graphics.
Some sad news, boys. Uga X, fondly known as Q, has passed away. He was the UGA Bulldog for the 2 SEC titles in 21-22 national championships. Yep,
the one that almost killed.
Yep. RIP X, baby.